has a demon spirit. Louis Farrakhan is controlled by a demonic spirit. I know he dresses well. I know he sounds palatable. I know he sounds like he's going in the right direction. But can I tell you that angels can transform themselves to sound good? But can I tell you, at the end of the day, if you don't put your faith in Jesus Christ and him alone, you're going to dwell in the lake of fire for eternity. We do need people to preach again, right it may seem. Some of you are having a hard time with.
Did y'all hear that? Let that soak for a minute. Y'all better get ready. I said, y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready. I'm getting ready to hold a seminary course. Y'all better thumbs up, share. And tell everybody church is it's church time. We're getting ready to come to Black Jesus. I'm like the prophet Elisha. What do you mean you like the prophet Elisha? For those of you that don't know the religious story that I started a few minutes ago, Elisha the prophet was so powerful, doing miracles and manifesting metaphysical phenomena, that he began to challenge those that he called false prophets. And so he summoned the false prophets to a Mount Carmel to have a contest of gods. And Elisha the prophet said, if you say you got the real God, he said, if you serving the one true God, then meet me on the mountain. And he says, let's have a contest. And he said that the God that answers by fire, let him be God. So I'm summoning you evangelicals who claim that you got the real Jesus. I'm summoning some of you who are Black, who believe that you connecting yourself to someone like me, someone like a Minster Farrakhan, who believes maybe differently spiritually than you, and the white religious have taught you and have misinterpreted the Bible and told you that you're going to hell if you connect with such individuals. I'm going to say, if you've got the truth, meet me on Mount Carmel today. Let's have a contest of gods and see whichever one be God. And the God that answers by fire, let that one be the God. Elisha allowed the other side to seek their God for hours, all into the day. They erected an altar. And remember, he said the God that answers by fire, he gave them a whole day to make it happen. When it was Elijah's turn, before it was Elisha's turn, Elisha realized that their God didn't answer. So Elisha started to mock them. Elisha started to make fun of them because he was exposing the fact that they were fakes, they were phonies. So when Elisha began to erect his altar, Elisha said, dip mine in water. For those of you that don't understand where I'm going with this story, how many of you all know that if something is going to be set on fire, it needs to be flammable? And how many of you all know that dry wood is flammable? Elisha said, I'm so confident in my power and the God I represent. Why don't you go ahead and soak my offering, soak my altar with water, dump it. Y'all play too much. And in no limit of time, Elisha called on the true God, and signs and wonders followed him. And even though he drenched the altar with water on a number of occasions, with an extraordinary amount of water, his God answered by fire, and he wasn't done. Once he proved them wrong with signs following, not because he got a degree from the seminary, not because somebody called him a bishop or a man of God. What credentialized him, what gave him accreditation was the miracles that followed. That's why I think you don't never worry about her haters. Those that follow Vicky, those that are connected to me, for real, for real, for real, they're getting too many miracles. That speaks for me, baby. Not just subscribers or numbers. Talk black to me. And I don't care if your funny looking self saying Vicky sound preachy. I'm a lot of stuff. Some of you are scared to call for a contest of gods because you ain't sure about what you claim you believe. Some of you believe stuff, and the stuff you believe ain't even been tested. You've been believing a lie. Your granddaddy been believing a lie. Your mama been believing a lie. And you're wondering why you and your people are powerless. You're powerless because your oppressor gave you his weak God. And you've been calling on that God, and he hadn't answered you in any substantive way. The miracles you've gotten has to do with the fact that the Most High has been blessing you in spite of yourself. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up while I'm doing all this screaming and hollering today.